Tesla told us something that we should never forget when we want to understand the universe. Think magnetism. And this is how magnets behave. First of all, you'll find that they have a pattern depending on the vibration. So this is the universe. And in the universe, there's a certain, people believe that the entire universe is dancing to a certain vibration. So think of it as thus. There's an origin, or the centerpiece of the magnetic energy, which is attracting, repelling, and organizing into a pattern everything. And also believe, or think also, that in the magnetic field, there will be objects which will be represented by different sized planets, different materials of planets, different densities, and different even different magnetic powers that are born within the planets. For example, the magnetism that we have on the Earth may not be the same as the magnetism that we have on maybe Mercury or even the Sun. And there are also objects, Sun being one of the examples, that is heavier and more energetic, like the dwarfs, the white stars, the brown dwarfs. So think about all these dynamics and several of such objects being in one pile of objects that are being resonating to the God particle, or to the source. And you have there your universe. Now remember, some of these objects are so powerful that they're affecting the magnetism of the objects that are around them. For example, our sun is one of the many suns that are found scattered all over, not just the galaxy, but even in other galaxies, there are objects that behave like the sun. They're attracting planets around them, which creates a sub resonance or a sub pattern within the major pattern. Now, and I encourage everybody to watch magnetic experiments, which explain a lot of things like earthquakes and etc. After every, there's usually a place, depending on the power of the magnet, after the objects that are around it or the magnetic activity around it happens. After some time, it reaches a point that the magnet has to reverse polarity just because of the activity that is happening around it. And that is where we derive the concept of the change of poles of every magnetic object that is in the universe. So you've heard severally that the sun was changing poles. I've heard it severally. It happens so many times. The same thing is expected of the Earth, and it's been observed by scientists of other stars that are in other places within the universe and of other planets. So this is a change that happens to all magnets, that when there are two more than when there's a magnetic object attracting another magnetic object, that object that is being attracted changes. So the sun has a God particle that is attracting it, and by particle, I mean it as take for example the black hole. It's a void basically. So when I say particle, I'm referring to the nothingness that exists in the universe with so much power, like the black holes, and there are bigger black holes in the middle of every galaxy. There are bigger black holes in the middle of a collective of galaxies that arranges bigger collections of galaxies into patterns. So think magnetism, and you'll understand the universe.